My big takeaway this time reading Job was that we often put God inside a very human shaped box. And so we love these ideas that if I obey, then blessings will flow in a tangible, human sort of way. And while blessings do indeed flow from God, and there are lots of beautiful statements of his involvement in our life and his presence and his provision and his blessing upon us, it is also true that he is operating at a much different level than we are and has a much broader interest in our long-term growth and development. So the things that I choose to put before him are not, probably a lot of the time, are not the things that he focuses on in my life. And that's a wonderful blessing, right? He's not just the God who helps me find my car keys, right? He's so much more than that. There is a very simplistic form of looking at God in our lives, and it's called the prosperity gospel. And this takes verses about God blessing his people and about rewarding his people out of the context of the Bible, and it focuses them in on material and physical blessings now that are to be gained directly from obedience and worshiping God. Well, the world is just not that simple. Our God is just not that simple. And if you would like a broader explanation of the prosperity gospel and the ways that it kind of infiltrates almost everyone's lives, especially here in America, I've got to recommend a book. It's called Everything Happens for a Reason and Other Lies I've Loved. And it's by Kate Bowler. It's an amazing book, an easy read, as in it's short, but it's on the heavier side because she was facing stage 4 cancer as a 30-something-year-old with a toddler and a young husband. So she was really struggling with this concept of, she had studied the prosperity gospel for years in an academic setting, and she realized over time that it had really infiltrated her life in some of the expectations she had for God. So that's the idea I want to leave with you this week. Job is about the expectations that we have for God, that we bring to him in tragedy. It's just one element of the story, but I think it's a valuable one as we look more deeply into ourselves with the help of the Holy Spirit and think, what expectations am I bringing to God that are human-sized and human-shaped expectations? And how can I get past that to worship the true God of this universe, who is so much more magnificent and wonderful and awesome in a way that our human brains cannot ever comprehend?